Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him at the prize pig. Let's fucking go. We whoop a bookie's ass. Ah, this is just K. About to go big. Kill him at the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him at the prize pig. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right plays, it pays automatic. Bankroll showing that I know a dope strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose of the bookies all get mad at me. Confident with power plays, not clicking on a flex today. All I see is green and we all about to get paid. Arrogant shots on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, I like if you feel it. Picking the players, they all never top. You can't make up your mind and just go with your gut. Looked around, we found a glitch. No toast allowed, just supposed to live. Sophia's fine, sat to his stick, and Caitlin Clark just doesn't miss. Win, lose, or draw, we never quit. When we shoot the ball, it's another switch. Submit the link, it'll make you rich, and we going big. Don't be a bitch. Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him at the prize pig. Let's fucking go. We whoop a bookie's ass. Ah, this is just K. About to go big. Kill him at the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him at the prize pigs. We about to go big. We about to go big.
Just cash.
About to go big. Kill him at the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him at the prize pigs.
Hey, what's up? What's good, fam? Welcome back. It is Just Cash.
Oh, hell yeah.
What's up, man?
Bro,
What's
so excited. I can't switch screens for you because one hand has joint and one hand has the sound effects. So we got to stay on the screen for a while. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's okay. If I have to mute for a minute, I do apologize. The dogs may be going crazy. So if that happens, just yammer for a second. But yeah, we are back. What's good, everyone? What's up? It is Hump Day, coming at you with a little Wednesday slate. Oh no, it's Thursday. Sorry, dude. My week is all out of whack.
Are those
It is
goats behind you,
Thursday.
E, though? What are those?
I think so. It sounds very much like it.
You're goated, bro. You're goated. You're goated these past few days. Since break, bro, we're goated now. Let's go.
Yeah, we've been on a nice little run. Man, Canada turnovers. Oh my goodness, so free. Even with the stat correction, she still ended up with 3 turnovers. And we also talked about Alyssa Thomas, her 2.5 turnovers, also with a very obnoxious stat correction, but she still ended the game with over 3. So good looks there. Alicia Gray got there in the first half for us, and then we did get somewhat of a stinker. We did get a stinker with Copper. You know, she only played 10 minutes, so that was kind of unfortunate. But other than that, hey, it was a pretty solid day. We kept it pretty light. And Atlanta on the back-to-back, picking up the dub. How about that?
Good for them. You like Brittany Griner, huh?
Bro, I warned y'all. Y'all heard it here yesterday. I was definitely not on the Griner under, so I hope you did not play her overs because that's a little reunion game for her back at the house. Oh, my goodness. She was just going off.
I'm a few couple $100 less rich from my hard-headedness going against Grinder. But, oh, well, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You keep smoking weed and it feels fine after.
Yeah, it does happen. She's going to have her game, and, I wouldn't be surprised to see her put up single-digit points this next one. So it is what it is. We are going to keep on trucking. So before we get into it, if you guys do us a huge favor, if you haven't already, make sure and hit that like button down below. Get us rolling in the algorithms. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on those notifications so you guys catch us when we're going live. And then the most important thing, absolutely, in the link down below description. Make sure you guys check out the Discord. Still running the 7-day free trial for that. We got a lot of action going on with WNBA, NPB. We got soccer, lacrosse, and a whole bunch of stuff, tennis. disc golf, etc., etc. So check it out. Stop by, come say what's up. Hopefully win some cash with us. And if you don't like it, that's okay. No obligation there either. But hopefully you're winning some money with us.
Oh, you will. Rolling. Oh, you will. You will. Don't be so immodest money, as Ayo calls you. We are going to win money today, yesterday, and the day before, and the day after.
Yes, sir. That is the plan. And, we talked about yesterday, we got a nice juicy schedule for the rest of the week. 3 games tomorrow. I think, 2 games on Saturday? Yeah, 2 games on Saturday. And then a big schmacker, 5 games on Sunday. Get ready to rumble.
WNBA is heating up right now. This is the prime part of the season. I am feeling it like I was thinking I was going to feel it when the season started. But I believe the season has begun for us now. New teams, new coaches, new rotations. Now we got it. I see you over there with your fingers like that. That means we are ready to roll. E-money. What do you have for us today?
Yeah. So let's talk about a little bit of news and notes for the slate real fast, and then we'll hop into the plays. All right. So we got 3 games today. Let's take a look at we'll take a look at the spread money lines real fast, actually. Just kind of take a sneaky peek here, but we got LA traveling out to Connecticut. Looks like a 169.5 total. I will say it does feel a touch high. I know their first meeting, the game went the distance, but that was off of really, really good shooting by Connecticut. And I will say, yes, even though Mabry is back today, she's coming back from an extended time away, so not really sure what to expect with her. But the Sparks have also been somewhat of a dumpster fire on the road. I will say, being pretty generous with the spread here. I know it is Connecticut, but hot take. I would not even be surprised to see Connecticut give them a nice run for their money. Sparks have been really bad on the road, man. Really bad.
That's what you get when you make hot takes. That effect.
Hey. You never know. These road teams have been very suspicious to say the least on the road this year, so I don't know if I necessarily trust them. Sparks, again, we talked about yesterday, they've been just pretty underwhelming so far this season, but the pace and total looks pretty healthy. I will say, as far as game props, I don't know if I'm necessarily sold on the 169.5 total, but yeah, expecting 4 quarters to play here. Connecticut should be able to at least roll us out 3 solid quarters. Next one, we got Vegas traveling out to Indiana with, unfortunately, no Caitlin Clark. Looks like she might be shut down for a little bit of time right now, so we will monitor that. I know, man. Unfortunate to say the least, but still, nonetheless, this is pretty big hypes of a game. Both teams kind of fighting for that 500 or more record. Indiana at home has been a lot better this year, I will say, and Vegas has been atrocious, just unbelievably bad on the road. So I am curious to see how this game plays out. The third matchup between these two teams, the second game was just an absolute ass whooping. Vegas only put up like 54 points, so it was just honestly an embarrassment. I will expect this to be a much better spot and bounce back for Vegas. A's just looked really healthy. Jewel Lloyd's kind of doing her thing here, but we will see if they can keep it close. I do like the game total. I think this is totally fair. Both of these teams very consistently putting up 80 points on average on just the season as a whole. Vegas does scare me somewhat on the road, but again, I do expect them to have a bounce back performance. So shout out to a couple lines from this game. I believe Bet365 and DraftKings had some favorable options today. Both teams to score 78.5 or more points was like minus 113. Both teams to score 80 or more points was plus 105. And then you can find the alt total for this game at 161 on Bet365 for, I believe, minus 155. All this stuff, again, in the Discord, so make sure you guys check it out. All this, is typed out, so you guys can have it saved for later. But I will say, again, one other prop that kind of stood out for me today was on Bet365, had the best option for this. It was Indiana to score 19.5 or more points in the first quarter. Looking at them so far this season, they've cleared that in 20 out of 24 games and 11 out of 13 games at home. And in both of their previous games, they put up 21 points, which honestly was kind of a sluggish first half. But I do like that for at least a half a unit today. So I will shout that out. And then we got last but not least, we are having Seattle travel out to Chicago. Angel Reese popped up midday or with another Q tag. She was not present at shoot around, so reasonable chance that she could end up sitting. I will say props in kind of consideration if she does end up sitting. Cardoso, her PR, I think, maybe something to kind of look at. The scoring was really lackluster the last time that Reese was out, but the rebounds looked phenomenal. So I do think there is some upside there, but they got to keep the game close. Otherwise, she will play reduced minutes and they go small with the second lineup. But Seattle's given up a ton of rebounds, a bunch of defensive rebounds. So I don't mind her PR. I believe it was 21.5. And then her points were at 10.5. I can't bring myself to play her rebounds. It was at 9.5. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll play her double-double for something like that. All right. Boom. There goes all the news. So let's take a look at real fast. Players coming back. We got Marina Mabry coming back from her extended time out. Should start. I would assume that she's going to start, but we'll keep an eye out for that. Mentioned Caitlin Clark's going to be out, and then we are just looking out for Angel Reese if she's going to play or not. All right. So let's take a look at the plays. Let's get caught up on questions real fast. That way we don't get too far behind, and then I'm just going to roll through the plays, and we'll go from there.
Okie dokie. Well, first we have our homie Van Negro Jones says, yesterday I asked about Gray 15.6 rebounds. You were hesitant about her rebounds. I stayed with those two bets and included 18, 9 assists, had free $90, queen of the court bet, and that 3-leg parlay won me $205. Van Negro Jones. Congratulations.
Let's go. Yeah, I knew she was kind of sweating the rebounds there for a little bit. We did feel pretty confident about her scoring, so shout out to that. Yeah, man, she turned up in the second half with the rebounds, so good looks, man. I'm glad we were able to get some cash.
Yay! And Big E and Warner Comedy, what's up, bro? Love seeing you here. He says first, even though I'm reading him second. Don't know. It drops in here. Whatever order they want to drop it in here.
He's still first in our books. Big Ian had a good day, too. I think back-to-back good days. So, man, hey, love to see it.
Ian, let's go! Dirty Reg says, that's betting Jones. You stayed with your reads. Props on cashing. I had Satu for 15 points. She finished with 13. Oh, that sucked, I know. That's betting. Didn't work out for me. Dirty Reg says, damn, man. It happens.
Yeah, man.
Gotta trust the process.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
The first half was just the killer for that game. Both her and Copper basically played 10 minutes on a hard cap, and they just couldn't get anything going there. So I don't think it was a bad read at all. And hey, honestly, bro, just going back to the well next time. I mean, dude, they had Satu at 13 flat PRA, and she missed that, which I think is astounding. So I dare them to put her at 12.5 PRA. I will play it. I don't care what the matchup is.
Oh my gosh. You're tough. Here, I got that.
She had some early fouls too, man. So I think there's definitely some food on the table that was left there. And, we know she's a phenomenon. I mean, Copperback or not, she's still a phenomenon.
Yes, sir. C-Dot says, I'm here. Almost missed my favorite part, the intro. Hey, Carissa Aubin says 11. That's won twice. I don't know what that means. Do you, E? 11? That's won twice.
Yeah, that's 11. That's
won twice. Van Negro says. Yay. Dirty Rag 22. Thanks. I was sweating AT, but in the last 3 minutes, 2 assists to her mate and the winner to Sammy Tuna with the corner 3. Sammy Tuna. Man.
She was definitely sweating some folks for that last assist. I know she started off pretty decent and was chugging along, but that fourth quarter was most certainly a sweat. So they did get lucky on the offensive rebound, I will say. So good looks for them on being able to at least contain on the glass and get that second look.
People always ask, why do you call her Sammy Tuna?
Old and stinky.
Because if you get her alone in a room, she probably smells like tuna.
Indeed.
And YouTube, don't give us a strike. Okay, Ghost Rider. I wanted to take Tina Charles at 22.5 PR, and they bumped it to 23.5 ick. Yeah.
Oh, did she really? That's unfortunate. I will say, man, if we can get a nice vintage Tina game here where she just plays a reasonable amount of minutes, man, I mean, she should have her way in this game. Pretty solid production, but you just never know. You never know if they come out flat in the first half. It's just
Rogers says thoughts on Tina Charles. Speaking of points and rebounds, plays much better at home. What do you think about her home play? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, if there was a player from Connecticut that I would feel the most confident about, it would be Tina Charles, specifically at home. Like you mentioned, she does play more or just more reliable minutes there. Most of those games have ironically been more competitive, so I think some correlation between that. But if it's a competitive game, man, I don't see any reason why she can't play an honest game here and be able to just, we don't even need anything crazy from her, just a normal outing. And I mean, 15 points, somewhere around 45 rebounds, totally fine, I think. 23.5 is kind of pushing it, but I mean, personally, dude, I find it really kind of hard to rely on her rebounds sometimes. I know it's looked really, really good these last couple games, like, don't get me wrong, but there's a good stretch of, basically the entire season outside of that. There's just a few games kind of sprinkled in the mix where she's actually putting it up on the glass, but you can see the field goal volume is really, really consistent. So, I mean, that's something that she is still, the de facto shooter. But I will say too, in their first meeting, they threw a lot of doubles at her, and I mean, as you can see, she only scored 9 points, but she still had 3 assists, still with 7 rebounds, which I think is still in the wheelhouse of potential for 5 to 6 rebounds or so. But they threw a lot of doubles at her and basically just dared them to be shoot anybody else shoot but Tina. So there is that kind of something to think about. And also on that note, real fast, I think that the Suns, they need to get Nelson Adota more involved. She has got to shoot the ball more. She's got to take more cuts to the basket. If they're going to double Tina again, she has to do more.
All righty. Kill said Hamby and Tina points combo. If you like Tina, we know we like Hamby. What do you think about that combo on PT?
Yeah, I actually meant to bring that up to you right before we had hopped on, just to kind of get your thoughts for that one too, because I mean, Tina on any given night, she's good for a possible 20 burger, and we've been pretty high on Hamby lately, and I will say that she's been real consistent for us. That field goal volume has been there, so that was one that for me personally, I thought maybe warrants a slip today. Between that one and then also this Asia Wilson and Aaliyah Boston. This one also kind of stood out for me too.
Yeah, I like that because we like both Asia and Boston today. We like both when we like Hamby, but Tina, personally, Tina's tough, right? I don't know. To me, just sometimes they either don't give her the minutes or I don't know, man. Like something's up with her. I don't have a trust feeling when I look at her.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly just the minutes. That's the only thing. But I will say, to her credit, since coming back from that short little stint there, I mean, she has played 34 plus minutes in the last 4 games straight. So
that's big. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty huge. So I mean, I can't ignore that. And also with having some rest under the belt from the All-Star game, I mean, this team hasn't played since the 15th. So I mean, she could be hella fresh for this game.
Yeah. It's a good point. That is a good point. I personally, Boston has a little bit of inconsistencies too, to be honest. But today it seems like she's in the good spot, and we know that game should be fast, up-paced too. With Asia, we know Asia's been chucking, so I like that little combo. That's cool, man. Did you know what? Yeah, I set the bar a little high for us today. 35 likes. Do you think we can do it?
I think we could do it, man. We just get a couple likes, add in a few viewers here, more folks come into the fam here, check it out. Especially if you're winning, man. Oh, you're gonna be kicking yourself if we have a massive day and you miss out on it.
That's what I'm saying. So this is the 3rd day back from All-Star break or 4th? 3rd?
We'll be the 4th, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're right. We didn't play till Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay, so today's important. We get this 3rd streak day going, we'll be happy. We'll have that roll going. I think today is going to be the pivotal day of WNBA for the rest of the season. If we can get 35 likes, we will start this off right. We will get more people in here. We will get the whole community riled up. I think it's time to really have that feeling, man. It's time. WNBA has been really good to us. Beginning of the season was a little rough for everyone out there. I know it was, but let's switch it up, man. I am ready. We need 15 likes, guys. We already got 20. You guys are already awesome. But if you haven't hit the like, hit it for us. It'll help us out a lot. Keel Rogers, not know how to pronounce it, but forgive me. Ezzy Fantasy. I wanted to say too, man, Ezzy's points have been kind of interesting. I know I never say that, but bro, she's been shooting more. And is Skylar out again?
No, Skylar's back today. So, I mean, there is that to consider.
But still, look at that. Look at that lately.
Yeah, very, very consistent. I mean, she's been shooting just insanely efficient. Let's see. Shooting, I mean, 51% from the field. The field goal volume has been more consistent. We did get 2 games with double digits, so that's pretty sweet. But we've also seen, I will say, kind of point out too, she's been getting more free throw attempts here. You can see last game she had 8 attempts and then 4, 4, and 8 again. So maybe somewhat of a bailout there, but the minutes have been more consistent for her, which is something that's just been, honestly very stressful at the beginning of the season. She couldn't get over 30 minutes for a long time. Right. But barring any foul trouble, which she's been really good, she's only had 1 game with 5 fouls, and she still played 35 minutes that game. So I don't mind that. It is going to be somewhat, I think an easy scoring spot for her. They just, is she going to get the looks? That's the only thing with her is just the overall volume sometimes can be a little lackluster. She might only get 5 or 6 attempts in total. And some of those are also coming off of, you can see these high offensive rebounds too. So those kind of correlate into a little bit more opportunity, putbacks, free throw attempts, and et cetera. But I don't mind her. And I mean, she honestly has been a phenomenon for this team on defense. So the only drawback to her sometimes is whenever Malonga comes in and she just has like a random game where she's scoring really efficient, she kind of loses some minutes out to that. So, that's a little frustrating there. But I like the minutes. I mean, give me 30 minutes. I think she's a solid play, and keep the hands to herself. She's been proven so far over the last month. So I honestly don't mind it.
The fantasy. Do you like anything else or just the fantasy? I personally think, man, she got it. All she needs is 10 points. But yeah, I got you. There's more ways to get the fantasy in, huh?
Yeah. What's her fantasy at right now? I know it's under 30.
Good question. Let's take a look.
Yeah, 28 fantasy. Let's see. Just out of curiosity, what that looks like a little bit more. Kind of give you a scope of that. So 12 of 24 games. So she's half on the season, 50% hit that marker. And then the points she's at 10.5, right?
Ooh, I thought she was 9.5. I think she was 9.5 last night.
Let me see if maybe she wiggled back down.
28.05 on Underdog, 28 flat on Prizepicks. Okay. 28's, didn't we play her in the low 30s last year a good amount of times because she was getting these minutes more consistently? Am I remembering that number right?
Yeah, no, I mean 100% because her blocks and steals. I mean, look at this on this season. Her prop being at 2.5 should tell you that already. But I mean, very consistent.
Yeah, I don't mind that fantasy then. It just sucks sometimes she disappears and sometimes she doesn't get minutes. But lately it's been a good trend. I almost am trusting that right now. I'm almost there.
Hey, I mean, I definitely don't fault you there. Just another player. Same thing with Tina Charles. We're just really kind of betting on the minutes. So if she gets some minutes and they stay consistent over this, I mean, you can see the scoring here. For example, anytime that she's playing under 20 minutes, I mean, you're just on a prayer at that point. But at least with her fantasy, you can even get bailed out on some of these low minute games. So that last one where she missed out, she played 19.5 minutes, but she got a ton of blocks and steals. So she ended up with 31 fantasy, but I think she only had, just a couple points. 12 points, but still almost 40 fantasy. So There's way more wiggle room for that.
Kind of like that, man. And if she can get those 30 minutes or more, you know how the minutes matter the most in WNBA for sure. So I don't know. She's trending in the right direction. That's for sure.
Well, the cool thing, too, is, we can also kind of wield some news in our favor. If we find out that Reese is, in fact, going to be out tonight, we know that Cardoso is going to pick up some more inherent usage from, just the void of that. So expecting more field goal attempts, more potential for just Cardoso in general to have the ball in her hands could lead to more blocks, could lead to more steals here. And then, hell, you see last year, she averaged damn near 50 fantasy against him, which is pretty insane. But that was coming off the back of 30-plus minutes, so we do have to keep that in mind.
Right. Okay. I'm interested to see what she does. Relaxing music and meditation says, I don't have money right now, so I'm just watching. Well, that's fine, bro. Welcome. We chilling. We are chilling. K Frosh says, how do you feel about...
hang out?
Yeah, we're chilling. It's all good. K Frosh says, how do you feel about Asia and Boston points combo? Asia and Boston combo. We like that. We just spoke about that. I'm kind of thinking we maybe should put some money on that, to be honest. Don't know.
Yeah,
they both seem like they're in good spots.
I don't mind it. I will say also just kind of small noteworthy, the combo for Tina and Hamby was at 32.5 earlier, so it did bump up by 0.5. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, I think honestly, man, this Asia and Boston one is really appealing. And we know Mama Asia, she can come to play, man. Honestly, any given night, she can go out and drop 30 by herself.
Exactly. That actually feels pretty decent of a play. And then he goes on, relaxing music and meditation, goes on to say, I have put Tina Charles for 6.5 over rebounds. Speaking of 6.5 over rebounds, I know you're going to get to it, but goodness me. That JJ 6.5 rebounds looks nice. Ooh, you got it on the top. Woo. Okay. Didn't even realize you put it on the top.
Yeah, man, I think that was a steal, especially after we got news about Sabali being out. The Tina Charles rebounds, I get it. Personally, the only time I really would ever play her or have played her this season was when she was at 5.5 rebounds. 6.5 is kind of pushing it. Honestly, in that I think capacity, you might just be better off with her PR, because unless there's just literal rebounds falling to her, a lot of the time she misses out on her rebound line because she doesn't play the normal amount of minutes. And usually when she's playing her normal amount of minutes, she's kind of getting there on the scoring too. So you might sell yourself a little bit short just taking the rebounds outright, but an alt line for rebounds, I wouldn't mind, like 6 or more, something like that.
Hey, guess what I see too? On Parlay Play, they have that combo and they have JJ at 6.5. Nice. 2.78 for the 2-pick. How you like that?
Oh, that is a spicy one. I like it.
I think that's the poster. I'm going to post that in the Discord. See, we'll get a few people riding with that. That'll be a fun one. If you have Parlay Play. Parlay Play is a must-have because they have different shit. And they fuck up a lot. And they pay you. It's great. No questions asked. Oh, we messed up. Here's your money. Oh, we messed up again. Here's more money. Can't hate them.
Yeah, man. And if they have the same lines as Prizepicks, you can just be like, hey, shares the same line as Prizepicks, because that is I think that's something that people really underlook too, is even though we have to pair these plays, unfortunately, because of the given sites, that you should definitely take those as individual plays too and play them with something else, because I know everybody's got a personal play for the day. Everyone's like, oh man, I'm feeling X, Y, and Z. So just keep that in mind. We are unfortunately shackled to playing a pair on, say, Underdog and Prizepicks, or Hot Streak, etc. But use those as individual plays too. Don't be shy. Don't be shy now. Don't be shy.
Ayo's here.
I'm good. Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
He says, yo, legends. What's up, Ayo? Van Negro Jones says, my 3-leg, if anybody wants to tail. Let's see what he got. He hit yesterday. Let's see if it hits today. Speaking of, maybe he could be the first prop battler against Youngin. We need to get Youngin. I don't know where Youngin's at, but Youngin versus Van Negro Jones sounds like the first battle if you want to be down, Mr. Jones. He says, my 3-leg combo is, if anybody wants to tail, Mitchell, 20 points. Boston, 15 points. Asia, 24 points. Plus 410 parlay. Woo-wee. He's feeling lucky.
24. Oh man, I gotta get on that FanDuel, big dog. You got a plus 597 over there. Ooh, my goodness.
Where'd that plus 410 come from? We don't know, but all those plays do look good. We like all those plays.
And I will say, I know DraftKings does for sure, but I think FanDuel also has the same game parlay boost payout, etc. So this could even be close to like a plus 700 with that.
Damn. Relaxing Music and Meditation says Asia won't score 24. Shots fired.
Man, it's been a struggle for Vegas. I mean, let's not kid ourselves here. Earlier in the season, Indiana was looking really stout inside the paint. They looked really awful, and then they were doing really, really well. And then now they've been playing pretty mid. They kind of slid from the bottom 4 best back down to just above middle of the pack. So they are. It's tough, man. I think so. The thing with Asia is really just how many times can she get to the free throw line? That's really, I think, been the straw that breaks the camel's back for her overall scoring. The efficiency has been, kind of modest. I will say fairly average for her normal production, but the free throws are really kind of the icing on the cake. And sometimes it's just obnoxious. They draw early fouls as a team, and then she just gets fouled down, first half, right at the second quarter, and then at the end of the game. So it's very obnoxious to predict that sometimes. But if she gets the calls, it is what it is. But they are on the road, so the referees have been a little weird with the Indiana home games. Hard to say. They might just let them play tonight, honestly.
Okay.
Ayo
says, I love this fucking show.
Hey, appreciate it. All right, we've been talking for a little while now, and I don't feel like we've gotten to any of our
wants
plays
to get through his plays. Sorry, E. You go do your plays, E. We were having too much fun. We're at 21 likes, guys. We need 14 likes to make E get through his plays here. And we'll have more people here. If you guys hit the like for us, if you haven't yet, please do. Good luck will come of it. I promise. Okay, let's go, E. What you got?
Yeah, we got to get to the lucky number 25 or more. That's been the sweet spot. So let's kick it off with
no. We rose it to 35. Right? 35 today. E.
Yeah,
we're going big today. We need 35 guys. We can do it.
35, feeling alive. How about that?
Yes. And also, we were at 22, and I saw it drop down to 21. So someone probably saw the thing that said we need 35. Hit the like, and then they hit the like, and it took the like away. So if you did do that, put the like back, guys. So funny. Anyways,
that's okay.
Too much fun.
Well, let's talk about some plays here. So first up, we did wheel some pretty good news that, as I mentioned, Nayara Sabali is going to be out for tomorrow. We still haven't honestly heard any news about Emma Miesemann, exactly when she's going to be coming back, and that would also just something to note, that would put New York at 13 players. So they are, in fact, going to have to cut somebody else after that. But we'll see how that plays out overall. But JJ, 6.5 rebounds, man. I think this is just an absolute steal. Yes, I know she is going to be still on some kind of a minutes limit, but oh my goodness, man. She's been so productive this season. It's just downright scary. So 2 games we can take a look at. The obvious injury game. She only played not even 6 minutes, not even 9 minutes, which ironically was this matchup last time. But even in 9 minutes, man, oh my goodness, 4 rebounds, still looked phenomenal. Exited early in this game. So we were definitely on pace to snag at least 7 rebounds here. But overall, I mean, you can see she's averaging almost 9.5 rebounds. I think this is actually not even updated. I saw on RotoWire it's closer to like 10.5, almost 10.9 rebounds. But still, I mean, averaging at least 10 rebounds a game anytime she's played over 20 minutes. So coming back, we saw she played 22.5 minutes this last game. And I will say something to note. She ended up with 4 fouls in the second half and ironically did not close the game. She did not play the final 5 minutes of the game. So I think that's something that could definitely go in the opposite direction this next game where she just plays, even if it's slightly more elevated minutes, on On a bad day, maybe we're looking at 25, possibly 26 minutes. But if she plays the fourth quarter and closes in a close game, I think honestly we could be looking at maybe 27, 28 minutes here. So give me more time on the floor. You can see this is a phenomenal matchup. I mean, Phoenix, they've been allowing the most rebounds on the season and the second most rebounds overall in the last month now. Specifically, defensive rebounds, they are allowing the most, which JJ has been one of the league dominating leaders all year. So I like it. You know, we are paying for minutes here, high risk, high reward, but I like it, dude. I like it. She likes to play against AT, and you know, especially this last game, I would say Phoenix looked kind of terrible. So they're gonna have to knock that rust off, and maybe this isn't a game they got it figured out yet. But JJ at home, pretty dangerous. Give me those rebounds. Let's ride.
Let's ride. Let's go. Yeah. Woo, 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 woo. Hey, what was I looking at here? Totally just fucked off everything. But I looked at something. I got very distracted, and I don't remember what it was. So guess what? I don't care. We're gonna move on. Sorry and shit. Okay.
You were looking at that future money that we're gonna make with JJ.
Oh, that is what I was gonna say, guys. I really feel like today is gonna be a great day, and I feel like WNBA is gonna feel like a money maker starting today, like for real. And people are gonna have to just keep getting back on it after today. Watch it happen, bro. Watch it happen. And we're at 24 likes. We only need 11 more, guys. You guys are the shit. We are at 24. Carissa says, my bad. 11th like. Remember she said 11 is 2 ones or something like that? We were like, yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, so she said, my bad. 11th like was trying to say I'm first twice. What you thinking about Sophie Cunningham today? Line's still 9.5. Regression coming soon? Question mark. I don't see. Is it 9.5? Oh, I bet you're going to say, I like that, but if you see on my list right behind me, I have 1.5, 3 p.m., which means 3-pointers made. Correct? You like that better?
Yeah. Yeah, man, I think, you know, it is a tomato kind of situation where, you know, you look at it at the core, she's basically been covering one and the same, but it is specifically coming off of the back of these 3-point productions. So there hasn't been a game yet so far this season, or at least starting, where she has cleared her actual point line or scored, honestly, 10 or more points without hitting 2 threes. So, you know, I know you're not the biggest fan of the 3-point props, but with these elevated minutes, I mean, she's been a 3.3 sniper for this team, so her role really hasn't changed at all. And I will say the fact that she was able to put up 4 threes in the Atlanta matchup was pretty damn impressive. But I mean, it's just, you know, her normal thing. And this last game, though, playing 32 and almost 33 minutes, I thought was just insanely appealing. Yeah. And just, I mean, oh my goodness. So it's not like we have high expectations. We just need a median outing from her. I mean, she's been averaging anywhere from 7 to 10 3-point attempts. So it's been pretty high volume there, to say the least. So I don't mind her today. You know, the only snafu with her can be random foul trouble, because she does, you know, she is one of their defensive prowess players. But overall, I don't mind it. And I think she definitely needs some get back from the first time that they played, because she came off the bench and just had a real terrible game. Plus the blowout didn't help. And they just kind of gave up in the second half. So I like it. She's been dangerous at home too. Extremely dangerous at home.
Yeah, man. Sophie Cunningham, everyone likes her because how she looks, or at least they used to. Now she's getting old. Sorry, it's how it happens. But hey, whatever. What you gonna do? But I will say, the coach is done with Lexi Hull, bro. He said that the Lexi Hull experiment is over. We're getting Sophie Cunningham minutes. At least we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row? So she's going to start again, play 30 minutes, 2 threes, and I don't like threes. But with a player like her, it makes sense. It just does. I'm not that dumb. I sound dumb, but I'm not that dumb. Where I don't like threes, but 2 for her sounds about right. Because that's all she does is shoot threes. You know? So you could get 6 points, you could clear that, and you don't got to worry about the 10 points. So that one makes sense to me. She's only going to shoot threes. That's what she does.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's all she does. So her role's been pretty much the same. And, you know, you mentioned with Lexi Hull going to the bench, I think that's just unfortunately come at the cost of this offense struggling to just score points in general. And it's something that's, you know, it's been unfortunate, but the team has got to have some kind of offense. I mean, you can't just have, you know, McDonald, who at best is maybe getting 8 to 10 points a game on a good night, and then Hull, who, yeah, I mean, honestly, 10 points for her was a good night too. So that's just not enough. I mean, they got to switch it up. So I do like the direction, at least that Coach White's been going, and the minutes in the last 2 games. I mean, hey, I'll take 26 minutes on an average night, but give me 30 plus minutes and I'll be quite happy.
For real. I think every time she gets 30 minutes, I don't know the exact thing. I'll figure that out in a second, but I'm assuming she gets 30 minutes. She's going to shoot at least 6-7 threes minimum, probably more.
Yeah, I mean, the closest thing to, a sample size that we have, or that I would compare to any of these games that she's played 26 minutes or more. I mean, she's only missed the threes in one of the games, which was against Connecticut. But she shot 1 of 3 that game. But all the other games, I mean, double double threes or more and all of that. But you can see in the points, so the 9.5 points, I could probably see the same thing here, but just clearing barely over that. But the threes are there for sure.
Either way, now that we look at that, either way, points or threes, but yeah, whatever you're feeling. You could almost do stuff like, I know it's a little annoying because you got to spend a little more time, but it's always okay to play both plays, play both halves so you don't get mad later. Because she could hit both, but she could also only hit one. So we're at 28 likes, E. How do you feel about that? I'm happy.
28?
28. I'm only 7 away.
Oh, man. You guys are amazing. Honestly, just phenomenal. We appreciate all y'all hanging out with us here. Real fast, Marina Maybury will play. She's going to be on a minutes limit, 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay. That's why they set her line so low. 10.5 points, I think it was. We can't go under that because we know she could score 11 points in 11 minutes. Knowing her sometimes.
Yeah, she could go out and just, land a couple threes early, and even if she sits early, 2 threes and some BS free throws would be right up her alley. For sure. Okay, do you want to get into another one of your plays, or you want me to read a question? You let me know. Well, let's talk about this last play here real quickly, since we were already talking about Sophie and just on the side of the Indiana players. But Aaliyah Boston, 13.5 points, I thought was pretty appealing. I don't know if I'm necessarily sold on her rebound and assist, even with Clark being out. I think there is some upside to the assist, but they have her at 4.5 today, which is obviously a bit higher. 3.5, I can get behind that, but 4.5 is kind of pushing it. But this matchup looked really juicy. I mean, honestly, between her and Kelsey Mitchell, they both went for 20 plus in both of the prior games. So I do like both of them. I will say I thought Aaliyah Boston was more appropriate as far as like adjusted lines and stuff. Kelsey Mitchell at 19.5 points, I think is totally fair. I mean, she's been going off in the last 6 or 7 games now. I can see her scoring 20 plus points, and I think that's totally a fine play. But Boston, she's been pretty well at 12.5, 13.5 for some of this stretch here. But most of the time, whenever Clark was out, I mean, she got all the way up to like 15.5, even 16.5 points. So this is still, I think, very appropriate for her. She was able to cook Asia and Vegas last time on the pick and roll, being able to drag Asia out to the high post and just really be a menace. She's been really, really solid at home so far this season. And the only caveat being, random foul trouble from time to time. But I like it. Double-digit field goal attempts should be right up her alley, and get a couple free throws off of Melissa Smith and the backups. So 13.5 points, if you guys can find it, was going to be the play.
I like it. I was scared of it, but the more I looked at it, you talked me into it. I'm ready. Matt P says, "What's up, goats?" What's up, Matt?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up? All right, let's get into some questions. Get caught up on that.
All right. You broke. What you doing? Said incoming sweep. How do you feel about the incoming sweep? We only need 7 more likes, and we're gonna have incoming sweep. I can feel it. 7 more likes, guys. We got to 28. 28's good. 28's good, but 35 is going to be that spot where we start whooping ass. So if you haven't hit the like, if you could, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, make sure get the brooms ready, man. Get the brooms ready.
Get the brooms out. Starfall says, "I killed WNBA. My read was free yesterday."
Hell yeah, bro. I knew you had several plays. I don't remember which one specifically, but we I felt like we were pretty aligned in a lot of the plays, so I'm glad things went well for you. Even with the 1-game slate, man, it always feels nice.
Bid Negro Jones says, "We're about to see certain players elevate their games. post All-Star break, namely Asia, Plum, Gray, JJ, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, some of these players are really going to have to, and Asia for sure being one of them. Not that I think she's having a bad year. She is having a downturn year, but her supporting cast has been very awful. So, yeah, Asia's got to step it up. I mean, honestly, players from Indiana really got to step it up. And Plum, I think that she's totally in her wheelhouse to have a normal game. Her production's been way, way down lately. Not sure what's up with that, but again, Spark's been kind of sketchy this year. So, not sure what to think about that.
Yeah. Relaxing Music and Meditation says, I'm from India. I'm watching at 3:30 a.m. Damn. Well, thank you for being here at 3:30 a.m. That's dope. Spencer One says, H low. I'm going to guess he said that means hello. I don't know. But hello, Spencer One.
Hello. What's up, man? I'm glad to see some new faces in here. We appreciate you guys, all one and the same.
Yeah, and we only need 6 more likes. 6 more! Starfall says Chelsea Gray under 9.5 PRA first half. How do you feel about that? Ooh, she's been a little bit of an under second half PRA for us. I know you liked that one day, and I was like, you know what? That's a good idea, and it's been good ever since.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not bad. Gray, I will say, is kind of scary. I'm not even going to lie. I know she played really the whole team honestly played pretty pathetic in the first half of the last game. But, oh, my goodness, dude. I didn't even see this was honestly an option today. That's a scary under right there.
8.5. Ooh, it's low.
Oh, my God. I mean, look at this, dude. 83% hit rating in the season, 19 to 23 games.
Starfall had 9.5. So at least that. He was going for the under 9.5. You got a little, because the last 3.
But yeah. Oh, yeah. I see Prizepicks and Underdog have different lines. Wow, that's crazy. No way. Let me actually double check.
Yeah, he's trying to play the over. Look at him. Oh, we're at 31. Oh, shit, guys. 31 likes. 4 more to go. 8.5. Do you like that? You're going to go over that? It's Chelsea Gray, though. She sometimes just does nothing. Leaves you like, fuck.
Dude, that's a hard hit rating to ignore. Like, oh my goodness. That is actually factually insane that is even a line right now.
Hey.
Okay. I mean, hey, I get it. I think honestly, I might be leaning a little bit more towards Jewel Lloyd. Her first half under, she's been kind of a stinker all year. They did bump it down from 8.5, so that kind of sucks. But oh man, she's been bad, like really bad.
Like shit. Like bad, like crap. Big 2 says yo.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up? What's good?
K. Rogers says Azure Stevens. I always have to think for a second so I don't say Azura. Azure Stevens PR or 3-point attempts. Interesting. 3-point attempts. I love attempts. I never look at that, but I love it when we get to talk about it.
Yeah, man. So honestly, and I'm glad we're talking about this game anyways, because we had a couple plays from that. I will say, in general, I have a lot of interest in all 4 of the starters. The first game they played, all 4 out of the 5 starters ended up crushing basically all their lines. They all went over their scoring props. And Azure, I will say, surprisingly, too, was the usage leader in that first game. I mean, it's a phenomenal points inside the paint. I think it's the best points inside the paint matchup. Her 3-point shooting has been pretty solid, and the minutes have been, really, really efficient for her, which is kind of surprising because normally she kind of, putters off in the mid-20s. They kind of roll her back a little bit. But the 3-point attempts, I don't know if I necessarily want to plant my flag on that. She did have, I believe, 11 rebounds the first time they played. Yeah, 11 rebounds. So there was a lot of production on the glass. And I mean, you would think that would probably happen with Tina Charles on the other side. So a lot of, in general or isolation potentials that could, come from that matchup. The scoring from her has been pretty interesting. 3 points obviously carrying a pretty big weight, but she's been just in general hitting a lot of, buckets. So The free throws, 50% or just over 50%, I think, basically the same along the sides of the points, but there is a small chance she could get free throw upside. Nelson Adota gets a little bit handsy, more off the bench, same thing for her. I don't mind it, man. It's just sometimes it's hard to play her over 13 and a half points. 12 and a half points has really been the sweet spot, but I get it, man. I get it. She's also been a fantasy monster too, so don't sleep on that. That's been one of her most consistent props this season. Prizepicks had the lowest line at 33 flat, but she comes with a lot of blocks and steal potential too. So just need another player. Basically, you're paying for minutes. Anytime she plays over 30 minutes, it's been basically a free walk up. But anytime under that, sometimes it's kind of sketchy.
I feel you. Hey, if you haven't hit the like yet, guys, we need 4 more. And I'm going to just say this one time because I do it when I'm watching other people's streams. It crosses my mind to hit the like sometimes. I'm like, whatever. I'm fucking lazy. I don't want to do that. Fuck that dude. Or not really fuck that dude, but fuck those guys. Or not really fuck those guys, but just I don't feel like moving my finger. So I don't. But if you could hit the like for us, guys, we need 4 more. If you haven't hit the like, just be one of those 4 for us because your day too will be that much better. I promise. Good luck comes with 35 likes today. No bullshit, E.
For sure. We're going to have a sweet day.
Ghost Rider says, wait. Do you want to hear about Aaliyah Boston or do you want to say what you were going to say?
Yeah, let's answer this question real fast, and then I got to circle back to, because I had started talking about the other starters for this game, and we also had some plays from it.
Oh, this is quick. He just says Aaliyah Boston is so scary to bet on. I've been burned by her every time I put her in a slip, and guess what, Ghost Rider? I have been burned by Aaliyah Boston as well. But for some reason today, I feel I'm doing this for this last 3 days, man. We're going to start fresh. We're going to give everyone another shot. That's how I've been doing it. I think it's going to work. I think Aaliyah Boston's going to come through. Rakia Jackson's going to come through. Those players that have just burned us random times, I think they're going to come through now, E. I don't know why, but I have a feeling, especially if we get to 35 likes. We're at 32.
It's going to happen, man. I know Boston's been scary, and I think this is just another potential for her to have a nice bounce back performance. So they're going to need her, and as long as she keeps the hands to herself, man, just go out and do her thing.
Relax Music and Meditation says, I'm watching from India at 3:30 a.m. I'm high as fuck.
Nice. Hell yeah, I love to hear it.
I hope you're the right high. Don't be the other kind of high. Some of the other highs aren't good, but if you're the right high, like we're the right high, then we're good with that. Smoke up. Weed, though, guys. Weed, guys. Just weed. There's other things that aren't, it's not fun to be high on. 34E! 34!
Hey.
Oh, my goodness.
One more.
Hey, whoever hits this 35th, boy, it's gonna be your day. All right. This is great. Okay, cool. You guys are the shit. One more. All right. Natasha Howard, first half PRA? Or are you going back to your plays? Because you didn't talk about Lily. Get to him.
Let's get through the plays real fast. Because I believe the games start in 45 minutes.
Yeah, we've been blabbing too long trying to get that 35. My bad.
All right, so I will say just in general, I do like all 4 of the starters for the Sparks tonight. I think Plum, her points are probably the most. Yay! Yeah, let's go. Plum did see the biggest adjustment on her points. She's at 17.5 on a few sites, so that one was worth a look. But Azure at 13.5 is kind of pushing it. I'd probably play the fantasy or the PR. I think DraftKings had her at 22 or more PR. That was pretty appropriate and appealing. But there's just going to be so much usage in this team. The more, I think, lower hanging fruit, though, was definitely Rakia Jackson. I mean, she's been on fire, averaging almost 20 points over the last couple of games, but they're giving her a lot of open looks, and she also kind of plays with the cleanup crew if they do get into blowout situations. So I like her, man. I mean, she had a phenomenal game against them last time, 16 field goal attempts, and was second in usage, ironically, behind Azure. So not looking for anything too crazy here. Last game was kind of weird. She only had 2 points in the first half and then scored 20 plus in the second half. So I like her. Her minutes have been back to normal. Production looks good. And while we're seeing Kelsey be kind of passive like she is, the production, I think, is still going to be there. So, if anything, I would say the person to likely lose out on some kind of shot volume would be Azure. So that's the only reason I'm not necessarily sold on her. But Hamby scoring, I think, is totally fine. I did see a question about the Hamby and Tina point prop. I think that one's totally fine. I did like that one. The game just needs to stay close. So that's all we're looking for, honestly, is just 4 quarters to play. All right, real fast though, one other play. We got in some really good early value. Kelsey Plum at 4.5 assists. We haven't seen her at 4.5 assists in months. I mean, honestly, it's been forever, like sometime way back here. But 5.5 assists for most of the season in general. Got her 4.5, honestly, is a steal. Fliff, I believe, bumped her up. They might offer her again. I see minus 160, but I'm pretty sure she bumped up to 5.5 now. Bet365 did have it available at minus 155, I think. But yeah, you can see almost 70% on the season. I mean, she's still just established as a primary playmaker. Even with Julie back on the team, I know we had a hiccup game there where she did unfortunately burn us in this matchup. I will say I was super pissed, and she also hurt me on some alt lines. I had her for 4 or more. But rematch game here, I think with Rakia back in the full swing of things, we're getting 6 assists tonight, if not more. So she can get 7 assists against the Washington matchup, 6 and 7 assists in the Washington games. I mean, damn it, she's getting us 5 assists today. So let's ride.
Yeah, man. I was just thinking too. I like how you do this list. All these different sites you got. So like a lot of people will just say, "Oh, this is these Prize Picks play and this blah 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 blah." But really, man, this is the way to make money. If you guys are slacking and you only have one site, suggestion, if you want to make money, you got to have as many sites as possible. And then you can follow these plays and be like, oh my goodness, Fliff at 4.5. But it's, I mean, where else is it? Is it anywhere else? Probably not, right?
I think Bet365 might still have it up. Let me check real fast. But I know Fliff did bump it earlier. Shout out to Big Coach. He was quite upset that he missed out on it.
Well,
you know, it looks like her odds move a lot on 365. She's minus 180 now. So blah.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing I'm saying is like, oh, my dog likes it too. The cool thing I was saying is like, if you join the Discord or you see these plays here, like we know that you're going to find us the best price. So right when that comes out, we jump on that. We make money. We have different sites. We just, as a team and leading the way, we all make money. So that's why I love it. That's all I'm saying. I like that you do that for us. Like go around and find the best value. So thank you. Props to you, E.
Hey, I try to price shop for you guys, get you the best value.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's get that question real fast, and then we'll talk about the last 2 plays here.
Okay.
And I think we're gonna get outie, man. We got to cut out of here.
Okay.
We are still looking for this Angel Reese news. So you can see here, it's in yellow, but her 3.5 turnovers were posted earlier. So if she plays, I love this play, and if she's out, we'll get a DMP.
Okay. What about Natasha Howard first half PRA? Ooh, Natasha Howard. Ooh, so scary to bet on. What do you think? She has been up though.
She's been kind of a low-key wagon, man. I will say guilty here. I did play her first half fantasy last game, and she made me sweat to the end, but she has been really consistent, man.
And first half is better, right? Overall? Like usually I don't really like playing first half, but she seems like her first half is hits a lot more.
She typically plays more sustainable minutes here in the first half. I mean, anytime she's played over 15 minutes, I mean, this prop has just been absolutely free. So I don't mind the PRA. I won't fault you for that. She has been pretty stocky. She's been getting some stocks in the first half. Plus, you can kind of, wheel the random rebound spree that she goes on. That can kind of go a long way. The 9.5 was a much better line. If you're able to get that earlier, that was a pretty big difference, I will say, unfortunately. But the fantasy 12.5 still, I think, is totally fine. 60% on the season, and she had a terrible first game, I will say. She got an early first half trouble. I remember that. But the last game she played normal minutes, almost 17 minutes. You can see here, she crushed this prop. So I don't fault you. Just another player that needs the minutes.
If I had $1 for every time I heard that. Starfall says only way she's cashing is from her points. He's not believing in Natasha unless she scores, he thinks. That makes sense. Relaxing Music and Meditation said he wasn't going to be betting. He's just here to watch the show, but we got him so into it. He said, you know what? I'm going to go look at my sites and make a parlay and ask you guys what you think. So are you ready to see what he did and what you think?
Yeah. Let's go.
Whoever is writing on that telephone, you throw your phone down, E, put that on mute because we have a very important thing to do here. He says Kelsey Mitchell over 19.5, Tina Charles over 6.5 rebounds, and Cardoso over 9.5 rebounds. Ooh, that's a high 9.5 rebounds for Cardoso.
Yeah, I can honestly get behind most of that. The Tina Charles again, I think 6.5 is kind of pushing it on her. I'm leaning a little bit more towards her PR over the rebounds, if I'm being honest. But the Camilla 9.5 rebounds, man, that's really pushing it. I would love for her to be at 8.5 rebounds. I would totally play that, but needing a double from her could really be pushing it. Oh my god, let me turn that shit off.
And
I'm curious
Jones-
what her double is real fast. I'm curious what her double is. Oh yeah, bro. I'm playing this if I'm playing anything.
Okay. Van Negro Jones says Wheeler will hit 3 threes. Surprise, surprise. Why would Erica Wheeler hit 3 threes, Van Negro Jones? Watch her hit 3 threes and he'll come back tomorrow. Told you! I feel you though.
It's one of the best 3-point matchups. I mean, in this team as a whole, I mean, it's basically just her, Gabby, and then sprinkle in a little bit of Skylar and NECA. I wouldn't fault you for it, man. I was looking at her 3-point attempts too, I will say.
Okay. There's some drama surrounding Mitchell's family online, but I trust her scoring way more than Aaliyah Boston. I do too. I'm right with it. Shootball said I
feel that.
Yeah. Shootball said I just hit the like. You are the gentleman. Shootball. You are the man. Thank you, sir. C-Dot says, did we approve the Hamby Tina points combo or the Asia Boston points combo? Which one do you like better? If you had to pick one.
I'm kind of leaning towards the Asia Boston one. I know that we did get that posted in the Discord, so hopefully you saw that. And I still could take a stand playing at least in one slip today, the Hamby plus Tina Charles one.
YSN Rez says, do you think Reese plays today?
I'm not sure, man. Her not being present at shoot around is kind of unfortunate. That could be a big indicator that she probably won't play.
Okay. Van Negro says, not sure which one, but we're getting OT tonight. By the way, gonna hit the blunt as soon as your stream ends. Yes, hit the blunt. I want to be the WNBA show where people hit the blunt. It makes me feel more at home. Appreciate it. What do you think about that, E? I thought you did a few dabs before you got on here. Can't lie to the people.
I did a couple, and I took a couple shots. I won't even lie to you.
Wow, what a day. This is going to be awesome. And 39 likes. What? Shootball says, hope the Sparks don't come out flat. What do you think about the Sparks? They've been on a little bit of a scoring roll. I know. We got a lot of props, don't we? We got a lot of Sparks props, don't we?
Yeah, I like the Sparks, man. Honestly, I think they were just an unfortunate product of the scheduling. They were playing a ton of games in a row, man. But we are coming off of the break, so they've thankfully only played one game right now. So they should, in theory, be fully rested still.
Okay, and we are to the last comment so we can get out of here. And it's 3 time. What's up, man? It's been a minute. He said, what up? Happy Thursday. What is your favorite bet for today, E? Your favorite bet for today?
Probably the plum assist, man. I'm feeling pretty solid about that.
Plum assist, but it says Fliff. So if you have Fliff, bet 365. And if you don't, and you can still get those, get them so you can make sure you can play the best plays. That's what it's all about. June says, do you guys post your picks on here? Well, these are his picks here behind him now, sir. And we have a Discord that you can join that we post our picks there as well. And usually that's really the best way because you get them right on time before the news or before the bumps. So either way, but appreciate you being here and commenting and asking the questions. It only helps. Ben Negro Jones says, at E, give me your blunt shot play of the day. Blunt shot play of the day. E, it's the plum assist.
Yeah, man, it's got to be the plum assist. I'm feeling the plum Rakia connection here, and that pick and roll game between her and Hambo is gonna be pretty nasty.
Cool, I'm with it. And the Jonquel Jones play is tomorrow, so I'm glad you left it for that. And if you don't get it now, it's probably gonna be 7.5 tomorrow. What'd you think?
Oh yeah, no, she's moving for sure. And if she doesn't actually move, I would be surprised because the odds would probably be quite terrible. But yeah, as we move throughout the slate tonight, we will see those odds and money coming in shift. Okay,
well there you have it.
All right, then. Well, I think this was a pretty productive stream. Love to have all you guys hanging out with us as usual, and we even ran over a little bit, give you guys a little bit of extra on top. So we appreciate y'all one and the same hanging out with us today. Again, make sure you check out in the description down below links to the Discord. Still running the 7-day free trial in there. Come in, say hi, and hopefully win some money with us. But with that being said, we're going to skedaddle. Good luck tonight. We'll catch y'all back here tomorrow for the stream, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.